The join as you go method is a must-have skill for all crocheters, and the slip stitch join as you go is the most commonly used join as you go technique. I'll be using American crochet terminology throughout. Join as you go is probably my favorite way to join crocheted motifs. I'm going to show you how to join a granny square using the join as you go slip stitch method. Here I have a completed granny square. It's a traditional granny square. It's got 3 double crochets in each group and a chain 1 space along each side and a chain 2 space in the corner. Your granny square may be slightly different. It doesn't really matter for this particular technique. I'm just showing you how to do it in general. I've completed 1 granny square and I've worked a 2nd granny square up to the last round. So I have 2 rounds on this one and I'm working on my 3rd round. As I work this next round, I'm going to join it to the previous granny square along this edge. I'm going to put the finished granny square up here so I can keep track of it and work my final 3 double crochets on this side right here. So now I have reached a corner space. I'm using a chain 2 corner space, but instead I'm just going to chain 1. Then I'm going to use a slip stitch to join it to the previous granny square, but I'm going to use that slip stitch in place of the 2nd chain. So to do this, I'm just going to insert my hook from front to back, from right side to wrong side, through the 1st granny square in that adjacent corner. You see, I'm joining corners here. So I'm just going from front to back, right like this, and then do a yarn over and pull it through the space and the loop that's on my hook. So that's a slip stitch, and it takes the place of the chain 1 that I would have done there. Then I'm going to work my 3 double crochets to finish my corner in my current square. There's 1, 2, 3. At this point in my current square, I would normally do a chain 1 to get over these 3 double crochets, but instead I'm going to join it with a slip stitch to the adjacent square. You see, I've already connected the corners, so now I'm going to connect this chain 1 space. To do that, I'm not doing a chain, I'm just inserting my hook, grabbing the yarn, doing a yarn over, and pulling it through everything. So I have a slip stitch. That took the place of my chain 1, so now I go back to my current square and do 3 double crochets in the next space. It's time for another chain 1 here. So I will do not a chain, but come over here, slip stitch front to back, yarn over, pull through that loop, and now I'm back at my corner in my current square. So I'll do 3 double crochets, and I'm at a chain 2 at this point. Now I could either do a chain 1 and then join, or to make it a little more symmetrical, remember over here I did a chain 1 and then a join. To make it a little symmetrical here, I'll do my slip stitch, join, and then my chain 1. So that's in effect 2 chains. One was the connection and then a chain. All I have to do now is finish this side of my granny square. So I'll put 3 more double crochets in this corner, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then this one started with 2 double crochets. So to finish this corner on this particular granny square, I'll put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then I need 1 more double crochet to finish this corner. And I'll join that. So now I have my slip stitch join that I worked in each corner and in each space. You'll notice when you do a slip stitch join, the color that you're using, if it's a different color from the previous square, from the previous round, that new color does kind of jump over and dominate the color of the previous square. If you don't like that, and if you want it to be a little more balanced, you could always use a flat join. I have another video that shows you how to do a flat join so you don't have that dominant color jumping over. But particularly if these colors are the same on either side, it doesn't really matter, and a slip stitch join is a pretty fast way to do this join as you go method. If you'd like more instruction like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the links in the video notes for more ways you can find me. Thanks for watching.